Welcome back to Clash of Culture as we continue the 2023 college football season. Today, we are going to talk about a big game out in the Pac 12, Washington versus Oregon. Two undefeated teams, two great quarterbacks who are probably in the Heisman race. This should be a fun one. So, Steven, what's your thoughts?
Obviously this game, I'm pretty sure it's a game day game if I'm not mistaken.
It better be the game day
Yeah.
game. I don't know that it is, but it definitely should be.
I want to go to this game so bad. Unfortunately, I can't though. It's my anniversary, so I can't go.
Oh, yeah,
Uh,
yeah, 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 yeah.
I can't go. I tried to get her to go with me, but she wasn't having it.
It's an
Um,
anniversary gift?
yeah, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That probably
it is
wasn't
what
going
it,
to work.
it is what it is. These are two of the best offenses in college football statistically.
Absolutely.
Speaking. One average or Washington averages 570, 570 yards. Oregon averages 557. Points wise, Oregon averages 51 points a game. Washington averages 46. So this should be a shootout. But I think the major difference in this game is going to be the fact that Oregon has a top five defense as well, top
Yeah.
six defense. I am picking Oregon to win this game, even though Washington has an explosive offense. I think you have to be able to stop people. And I think Oregon has a top six defense, and they've played better opponents than Washington has played when you just look at their schedule. So it's not like
Ooh.
we can. I think
I mean,
Texas.
who are you counting? Texas Tech? Texas Tech is the
I mean,
only. I mean, especially
so
since you're a non-believer in Colorado.
well, but I think Colorado is better than anybody on Washington's schedule outside of Arizona. Yeah, I think
Okay.
Colorado's better than Boise State, Tulsa, Michigan State, and Cal. So,
Okay.
um, and I think they did really good against Colorado. It wasn't like it
Yeah,
was a
yeah.
close
They
game like
smacked
the
Colorado.
USC. They smacked on them. So, I think Oregon's defense is going to be the key factor in this game. I think the running game is going to be key as well. Washington does not run the ball well. I think Washington has, if I'm not mistaken, one of the worst rushing offenses in the Pac-12. Yeah, they only average 123 yards rushing a game. Oregon averages double that a game.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be a key factor as well. Um, really looking forward to it. Washington obviously has the home field advantage. I think the winner of this game, the quarterback's going to take a leap in the Heisman race. Obviously, Penix is already one of the favorites, but I think it'll just solidify him there. Bo Nix is kind of on the outside, creeping in behind him and Caleb
Yeah.
Williams. So I think if Bo Nix has a big game, I think he can kind of jump somebody, especially if Penix has a bad game. So, what are your thoughts on this game, and kind of what are you looking forward to?
Man, this should be a heck of a game, and I think you highlighted some of the major points. I thought Washington's defense would have been a little bit better. They look a little down, but that offense is explosive. I know you mentioned the lack of a running game, but I think that passing game is so explosive. I think they had at last count three wide receivers that were averaging 100 yards a game. So that passing game is so explosive that I think the need for a running game hasn't necessarily facilitated itself. I don't think they can't. It's a factor of them not being able to run. I think they just prefer to pass. I think Dylan Johnson is a very capable running back, and I think he's going to be used a lot more in this game than normal games because, like you mentioned, Oregon does have a pretty good defense. I think both teams can go toe to toe. The only reason I'm going to give Washington the slight edge, and again, I pick Oregon to win the Pac-12, but the only reason in this game I'm going to give Washington the slight edge is because this game is in Washington, and I think that crowd is going to be rocking. It's a 3:30 game. It's on ABC, like we talked about game day, so they're going to be out there early. They're going to be drinking. They're going to be loud. They're going to make life as difficult as you can make it on Bo Nix in a college football setting. Bucky Irving, I think, is the X factor here, right? And I think we talked about the running game. Bucky Irving has the ability to put up big yards. And I think he's going to need to. I think he's going to have to. You're almost going to have to play a little bit of ball control offense. Try to keep that Washington offense off the field, and you're going to do that. Slow them down, dominate time of possession by dominating with the running game. So I suspect that Bucky Irving is going to have a lot of touches in the backfield. But again, with a raucous crowd, an explosive offense. That Washington offense has looked like nothing I've seen since really that greatest show on turf, Rams offense. Like I said, three receivers that are just dominating. this is going to be fun. And again, that's to take nothing away from Oregon. They have a bunch of great players, and like I mentioned, Bo Nix, Bucky Irving, Franklin, Troy Franklin, a wide receiver. So it's not like there's a shortage of players to include. Like I said, Oregon has some players on defense as well.
Yeah. So, like I said, I just think when it comes down to, I know you said that Washington doesn't really need to, run the ball.
I mean, I am saying that to say they haven't needed to.
No, I got you. I think that's going to change in this game.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to be able to throw the ball all over the place, especially when you get into those situations where it is, third and short, or you're in the red zone and you need to get a couple of yards. I think Oregon's defense kind of showed, and I mean, I know Colorado doesn't have the talent that Washington has, but I think they showed against Colorado that we're going to make you run the ball. Shedeur was going into that game with, crazy stats. And they made that offensive line, they made those receivers, and they made Shedeur look average. Again, that is a very below average team as a whole. But I think if they can go in with that same mindset against Washington that they had for Colorado and make them prove that they can run the ball, I think that Oregon has a really good chance to win. I also think that, like you said, Bucky Irving is going to be the difference maker. But I think Troy Franklin as well is going to be a difference maker because he's 6'3", 6'4", super fast guy. So I think he's getting slept on a lot in this offense. He's going to get overlooked a lot as well in this game because there's all the talent that Washington has a receiver, but he's a great receiver in his own right. So I'm looking forward to this game. Obviously a game to watch this week. We are doing the live show.
I'm looking. Ticket prices aren't that bad. You can get a really good ticket for like $300.
She's not having it.
I'm just saying, it ain't even bad.
She's not having it. I'm looking forward to the Clemson Notre Dame game.
No, I'm not trying to get in trouble with my daughter-in-law. I am not influencing this at all.
Yeah. I asked her this morning too, and she was not having it.
You brought it back up.
Yeah, I even said we could take the baby, but she was like, "Nah." She said, "Nah, it's dead." And I was like, "All right, well, it is." I asked her like 4 times.
This is because this and I'm not trying to put USC completely out of the race, but obviously USC has struggled specifically on defense, right? So to me, these have been the two most consistent teams in the Pac-12. I think, and I said this a couple weeks ago, these are the teams that I'd probably put 1 and 2 in the Pac-12, and really, in what order is probably flip-flop from day to day with me. So this is a big Pac-12 game, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is a game that we see on repeat. If we don't see this game get played again in the Pac-12 championship, the Pac-12 being a conference that plays two best teams, they don't do the divisions, so two best teams play again in the Pac-12 championship. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is a game that we don't see again in the Pac-12 championship.
And I'm actually glad I'm not going to the game. The only reason why. So obviously,
don't try to set yourself up. I'm glad I'm not going.
Listen.
This motherfucker, you might have said his bold-faced lie.
Listen, I live on the West Coast. The game is at 12:30. It's a 3.5-hour drive for me, so I would miss every other game throughout the whole day. I would only be able to watch. Though. I'm a Clemson fan. Well, we have a bye week actually, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But the game's at 12:30. I would have to leave at 7 or 8 in the morning, and then the game would end at 4. And I would have to drive another 3.5 hours.
You get there early and do game day?
Yeah, not with a baby, I'm not.
Well,
yeah, changing diapers in front of Lee Corso.
Adult decisions. I tried to show you as a kid how to put a condom on. You ain't listen.
Yo, what are we talking about? All right, y'all. That's gonna do it. That's gonna do it for the Oregon versus Washington preview game day game this week. Let us know in the comment section who you guys have. We do have the Friday live show where we're gonna be giving our score prediction on this game. It's going to be fun, but we look forward to seeing you guys at tomorrow's video. Bro's wilding out. We'll see you guys there. Peace out.
Peace out.